Jenna. Oh, I could do this. 11:11 with Jenna. Or I could do this. Just trying something different. Who you gonna call right now? Good morning, Bill Dietrich. Let me see if I can get... I'm there. How are you? What's happening? What's going on? Cloud Hands, Tai Chi, Michigan, Saginaw, Michael Keel. I have a Michael Klein and I have a Michael Keel in my life, and I should know better because it's always Michael Keel time. How are you, sir? What's going on? I am just here going Facebook Live instead of Zoom because, why not? Because I was on my phone and it was just quicker to do it. Howdy, there's the trash people. Lillian, when she was a puppy, was so intrigued with the trash truck. She was like, anyway, how's it going? What's happening? What are you doing? What are you drinking? Have you taken your supplements? Have you taken your medicines? Have you had breakfast yet? And if you have, what have you had for breakfast? I'm curious. Are you a cereal guy? I think you're a cereal guy, right, Bill? Good morning, Patty Loman. Good morning, Patty Loman. 65 degrees, overcast and rainy. That's a nice way to take a nice sleep, though. I like to go to sleep with the rain. Sunshine in here. I don't know. I don't think there's any snow. My tulips, poor things, they're coming up and then they were covered with snow. But hopefully, yep. Do you hear it? Trash. 'Cause I'm the trash man. Yeah, I'm the trash man. She's having her coffee. I forget. Is it black coffee? And, well, when you go Facebook Live, you don't have to go public. You do it at the end. You post it, and then you say, do you want to post or not post? To post or not to post? That is the question. To post or not to post. So I'm only going to be here a couple minutes. I just wanted to, I might do the 11-minute thing, which would make it 11:22. I would be out of here. Tonight, movies. Had some really interesting ideas. Last night. Chicken enchiladas today. No, that's good. Chicken enchiladas for breakfast. Heck yeah. Biscuits and gravy. That's Grace's favorite too. I like the enchiladas for breakfast. I've done that. Do you put an egg on top? Like at Garcia's in Albuquerque. You order, I do the Christmas. Red sauce, green sauce, egg on top. And Gracie makes them with eggs on top too. That's the way to roll. I am going to take Lillian out because it's sunny. I don't know if it's going to rain today or it's kind of chilly. It's not 65. Leftovers. Nice. Do you heat them up in a pan or microwave? I'm moving. You guys moving? Black coffee in bed. Well, you can still have leftovers and put an egg on top of it. That's what we just put an egg on top. Some pizza. Ooh, an egg. I stopped eating eggs for a while because I got a little freaked out. Well, I didn't eat eggs for years, but then just recently. But I had a couple eggs and they were good. I had to say, as long as I didn't have to, I don't know. Sometimes when I see an egg, it freaks me out. Because I didn't eat them for years, decades. But now I do. Okay, I'm just moving my shoulders. Hey, Patty, are you going to be here tomorrow morning? Hot, black, and sweet like me. No eggs in the fridge. Left shoulder, right, left, 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 right, left, right. And then make it fluid. got a job tomorrow morning. Nice. So no Patty tomorrow. So we'll probably do another Facebook Live tomorrow. Cloud Hands, Michigan. No, it's a Tai Chi club. Hello, Rich. How are you? Yeah, it's my friend James. Started this, I believe. He was a student of mine. And then, really? Ladies and gentlemen, here I can do this like this. Wait. My music didn't go. What happened? Johnny Borter. Borter house. Why isn't my music working? All of a sudden, it's not working. Help! Help! Something's weird on something's not right, kids. If I wanted to play that song, why wouldn't it play? I don't know. And I'm adding Johnny Border and he's not showing up. You know, I'm just trying to play like applause, for instance, and it's not playing. Hi, Tammy. Good morning. I'm going to need some help here. Maybe just turn everything off first. I'll turn it off. I'll shut it down. Shutting it down. Shut it down. No answer from the live guest. Okay. I'm going to shut it down. Wait, let's try it again. I'm just going to try it again before I shut it down. Cancel. Cancel. Ghost in the machine. No, it wasn't the volume. It just wasn't playing. Strange. That was very strange. It was just a moment. Not a magical moment so much. Just a moment. And no Johnny Border. Might as well do our wrists and our hands. This is really good, especially when you're on your laptop and you're holding your phone all the time. And then reverse. Johnny Border, I accepted you. I'll do it again. Approve. I approve. I sent the message. There he is.
There it works.
There you are.
Hey. Good morning.
Good morning.
We were talking breakfast, so I wanted to share my latest breakfast setup because I had a really great night last night, and I prepared my food for the next 3 days.
Okay. Hi, Mama Grace.
So let's go to the refrigerator here. And here we have, let's see, there's one big juicy, and you don't see that. That's for the dog. Two big juicy, and oh, look at this one back here. Oh, a really big one, really big one. Let's get this one out for breakfast this morning. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be a good one.
Ooh,
beets, apples, carrot, ginger, pineapple, raspberry orange. Oh, the raspberry orange are so dark and beautiful.
Combo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good one. Do you ever juice sweet potatoes?
I love juicing sweet potatoes. That's a good dinner juice. And in my dinner juice, I like to maybe put
morning juice too, because it just gives it's satisfying because it's the carb in it. But yeah, I love sweet potato. It gives it kind of a creamy flavor. It gives it body.
And so hearty.
Yeah.
So hard. So,
yeah, then I feel like
makes it very mealy.
Like kale and some beets and a little bit of cucumber and then sweet potato. Yeah.
Although I'm very susceptible to the beet and green thing. When mixing beets and greens such as kale, my understanding is a non-digestible compound is formed, and my body is negatively to that. So no greens with my beets
Oh,
ever.
see,
Even my celery.
see, I go like I start flying. It's good for me. I do celery by itself.
Wait,
I don't mix celery.
okay, I do
with
celery
anything.
in my dinner. That's in my dinner juice, my celery. And I just last night I made 3 days worth of juice, so I don't need to eat anything. I think I'm gonna not eat for 3 days and just
Nice
juice.
Yeah, and lots
Good
of water.
stuff. And lemon water. I already did my lemon water. First thing in the morning was my lemon water, and now we're ready for the juice.
What kind of juicer do you have?
Well, I went over to Mr. Mooney's house and used his Omega because he's got the Omega cold press juicer.
Nice.
Now and this is what I took over to his house. This big container that had all of my fruit in it that I prepared. I had this one full, and then I had another one full. I filled up all my Pyrexes, and then a couple more Pyrexes full.
Beautiful.
Put them all in a bag. And took them over there and juiced for a couple hours. My juicer is the Jack LaLanne Power Juicer, which I've had for a dozen years.
Yeah, they last forever.
Every day, that thing is, you buy that machine and it only cost me $100.
Yeah.
That's a really great machine.
I got one
but
of
you
those for Valentine's Day one year, and I still have it. I don't have the Valentine anymore. Valentine, still have the juicer. Always
it'll outlast a man.
It's always great to have a Jack LaLanne around.
Yeah. And I've been through a lot. I went through a lot of others because I was trying them out. But this one is, you got to drink that juice though within 20 minutes.
Fast.
The living enzymes are gone. But this one, living enzymes survive.
Beautiful. Blood orange?
So good, yeah, because what?
What kind of orange? Blood orange, did you say?
Yeah, the blood raspberry. So I still have a few left.
They're so beautiful.
The raspberry oranges.
Crazy. What are you up to today? Now that you're getting juiced.
I was thinking we need to come up and join you for that walk you were going to take. That sounded good, and the sun's shining down here. So I think we need to throw Roxy in the car and come up and see you.
Roxy. What's the temperature outside? I honestly haven't been out yet.
I don't know. I haven't been out either, but the sun is shining. And if the sun is shining, it's good enough for me. See how bright it is behind me?
Well,
it's right out there over my hot tub.
Hot tub.
But
do you go in the hot tub in the winter?
I love my hot tub in the winter. Are you kidding? That's my favorite time. But I needed to do this juice because yesterday we went to a big breakfast and I gorged. Mm-hmm. And then once I started, I was eating all day. And so I said, okay, 3 days, I'm off the food.
Yeah, I get it. This weekend, Johnny, for those of you that don't know, Johnny is an incredible photographer. Artist.
I did not have any work this weekend.
The kitchen's finished, though. Let's see the kitchens. Last time I was there, you didn't have cabinets.
Oh, yeah. Cabinets all up.
Look at
it's pretty good. It's pretty beautiful.
It's really beautiful. I love that blue. That blue room is so pretty.
Oh. It is, and the light hits it too. And
I need to get a dress that color. I'm going to be at a wedding, and they've asked for the mothers to wear cornflower blue. And I'm one of the mothers.
Where and when is the wedding?
August.
Yeah, I wanted to make it to the Acorn Saturday night, but I had something get in the way. They did music from Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh.
They had 4 singers there, and I really wanted to be there, but it just didn't work for me. And
that's a lot of singing.
Yeah, and what a beautiful place that is to go, and I hate missing it.
It's you.
But also,
You're there almost you're like Mr. Acorn.
It's my heart. Where it beats the strongest.
That's good.
But I also had some news this weekend on the downside. My brother had a stroke this weekend, and I might need to get down to Carbondale.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
So yeah, he's in the hospital down in Carbondale, Illinois, and I might have to just jump in the car and drive. But I hear there's construction down there. I'm gonna have to check in with a friend and see how the construction is. But my brother has this amazing advocate. She's somebody that just has taken it upon herself to look out for him. And she's going to go by and see him, and she just loves him and calls me and talks to me all the time to tell me what the updates are.
Where was he when he had the stroke?
In his hotel room.
Okay.
I don't know. His friend found him,
I'm sorry, man.
upset and hurting, and they didn't know when it had happened. He was just his arm was numb, and his right side was not responding well. They say he's getting much better. He's eating well, and he's going to be fine.
Well, and he probably he needs someone to take care of him for a while.
He really does, but the world doesn't always give that.
No, but he's getting a moment of care.
Yes, he is getting his moment of care, which is wonderful, and they're very good people to him right now.
That's cool.
My brother's always loved Carbondale. It's where he went to school for a while.
You could bring him juice.
Yeah, no, well, that's kind of what I was doing. That's another thing. I was like, well, I might have to drive down there. Let's juice it up and get ready. Mm-hmm. Then we were talking, and I'm not going to go down today. I might go tomorrow, and if I go tomorrow, yeah, I got all the juice for him. He's diabetic too, so he needs to be right on with his diet.
Patty's sending prayers for your brother, Patty Loman. She's in Barrington.
Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. Right on. Right on. And I always am concerned when I look at my brother, because my brother and I are so much alike physically. Mm-hmm. And our DNA, I think, is very walking the same path. Mm-hmm. And he's 4 years ahead of me. So anything he runs into, I'm always like, that's me next.
Yeah.
So that's when it's coming. And my doctor had said that I have that cholesterol, that genetic cholesterol. And last time I was in, he called me. I said I was being a Piggly Wiggly. And I better watch it.
I had a pig named Piggly Wiggly. I did.
So I got to cut that cheese and eggs out again. No more. I love it, but no more.
I know. My sister and I are the same. She's 6 years ahead of me. And we have, like, when we get our blood work done, a lot of stuff is uncanny how similar it is.
You're fortunate to have someone in front of you.
Yeah. Gives me the example of, okay, I can monitor that. She has she has stuff I have. She's like, well, I don't have that. And I'm like, well, I don't have that. Well, I don't have that. But we have our father was, that's our guy. Gracie, on the other hand, Gracie's blasting, man. She's cool. Right, Gracie?
Yeah,
91.
My father was like, he went older, and I think my other brother.
I lost you. Your other brother.
Is connected to my father more. And yeah, I don't know why it lost. And
it was almost like an emotional moment there. Hey, I have a question for you. I'm changing the subject. Another emotional moment. Here's my question. Can you hear me? Johnny.
Darn it.
Go back in the kitchen. Oh, you are in the kitchen.
I think so.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
I think so.
Okay. Do you think I didn't watch the Academy Awards because I don't watch award shows, but do you think they know that they are going to win? Think about it, because it's Hollywood.
I know everything is scripted so tight all the time, right?
Right.
It's hard.
I think they know.
We've got on some sort of loop where I'm hearing the past and the present.
That's my question.
I certainly don't think anybody knew that that ogre of a human being was going to leap out of his seat and attack that other innocent human being doing his best to express his opinion.
I don't think he should have. I think Chris Rock went over the line.
Okay, that's comedians often do that. I mean,
Not
that's
at the
part
Academy
of
Awards, not at the expense of somebody that is not physically well.
Yes. I mean, but this is not new that comedians do this. So it's not new. And that's something to be addressed. But the absolute worst way to address it is with physical action, which is what we've been working on addressing.
Right. I agree. At first I was like, right on, Will. You were respecting because his wife obviously was not happy. But then I watched it again and I thought, not cool. Not cool. You overcorrected.
They should have thrown him out.
I think there's something wrong with him. I think at that moment, today, yesterday, the day before, something wasn't right in his life, and he reacted. And I think they didn't throw him out because he was going to be the winner. Yeah, wait, somebody just said, comedians make fun of people all the time. Chris, why should Chris be responsible for knowing if Jada has a condition? Because it's known if Chris is going to be representing, human beings, he would know that she has this alopecia. How do I know that she has alopecia? I don't even watch her show and I know she has alopecia.
The biggest problem is that Will just told anybody that's offended by anybody else's voice that the best response is physical.
Well, Rich, you know so much about so many things. I would think that you knew that Jada Pinkett had alopecia. Yeah, I mean, to go up there and I saw a meme today. It said, Chris could feel the fresh prints on his face. That's bad. I laughed though, I have to say. I can see why he was supporting his wife, was my first thought. But yes, violence, no. And I truly believe that he didn't get kicked out because they knew he was going to be the winner. And he knew he was going to be the winner, which is why maybe he even felt he could do it even more.
Alpha male chivalry. Dead.
That's why he was sent to Bel Air in the first place. It's true. Yeah. And I've read a couple other things that I would not have been happy with. The last time I watched the Grammy Awards, I was so disgusted. I went, I can't do this anymore. I didn't do it for years. I did it. I went, why am I watching this? It's rotting my brain. I'd rather go watch Wheel of Fortune with, just Gracie loves Wheel of Fortune. I can't watch it, but I'll watch it. But yeah, I can't. I just can't. And after that, how do you, but I do believe that they know. And my thinking is, because you're not saying anything, I think that the classiest thing would have been for Will to wait until he won the award and then included it in his speech about his wife and Chris Rock. And by the way, beep, 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 Chris. Beep, 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 beep. Or he could have walked up on stage and kind of, broed with him and said, like, dude, what the? Go up and
love it. Love, not hate. Lead with love. His words and his acceptance are all about love. Oh, and he's the great protector. He talks about how in his film he got to protect and protect. He is not the great protector. He's the great lover, or he's irrelevant.
I love Johnny Borter. Yeah, I won't watch it again either. It's just supporting, but I go with it. I think that they know that they're winning. And that's why he's like, I'm going to be going up there in 20 minutes to accept my award. I might as well just do what I do right now. Here, Bill Dietrich, here's an egg for you. This is an egg for peace. But he's a vessel of love. Will Smith is a bitch.
Okay, I'm can't cop out here now because I can't handle the loop anymore.
I understand.
So I'm gonna try and exit. Thank you for having
me. Be in touch. Let's hang out.
To go for a walk.
Let's go. Okay. Bye. Johnny Borter, everybody. Johnny Borter. Oh, and my computer. Oh, there it is. Kids were watching this, but he's a vessel of love. I don't know how many kids were watching it. But kids, adults, violence doesn't need to be there. I don't watch movies because of violence. Why would I want to watch something in real life with violence? No, thank you. Yeah. It's interesting watching who I'm watching. I in my feed, what I'm seeing, and the people that are responding and people that are not saying anything. Which part, Michael Keel, that you haven't watched them? Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but when people started posting about what Will Smith, Rob, I think, was that Rob that posted it first on the show last night? That you just don't watch it. But they act so surprised. Oh, I won? You knew. You're an actor. You don't watch TV. I don't have a TV, but there's one downstairs, so I watch it. And I enjoy a good binge. Someone said, I don't binge watch, I power watch. Rob, okay, that's where we first. Yeah, because here, congratulations. Okay, it's basically it's an advertisement. I had no idea until Rob told us last night, and then I watched it from every angle. Okay, then it was the first. I think I had gotten the blue. That's what it was. I have another. I have my iPad here, and it popped up as we were on the show. Yeah, you've watched the unedited version, and yeah. Rich is a professional. Do you want to jump on, Rich? But it wouldn't be Zoom. It would be Facebook Live, which is it can be a little wonky. Tonight, speaking of movies, it's Monday Night Movie Club. And there were some good ideas last night. So I think you should come and check it out. Okay, back to the wrists, because we never finished the other wrist. Reverse. Open it up. And then the other thumb in front. What? Just see how easy this is for me. Then I put my other one in front, and it's a little bit, well, I was just turning them different. Rich is watching. Bring them on camera. Let's see what happens if I do that. Send request. Not as easy. Joining. Good morning.
Morning.
So you have watched every angle. You've studied this. You've become an
Fresh.
expert.
I had to take a shower. I felt so dirty afterwards.
You've been researching. You've done the research.
Well, I wasn't I was research. I got into the research because of all the vitriol that I saw on both sides of the fence on this thing last night, and so I was like, well, I need to see what happened to form my own opinion before I respond to William D. and respond to some of the folks last night on the thread. I wanted to make sure that I was completely informed.
And maybe not everybody knows what happened.
That's true, and that's very true. And we may not still know what happened, because everything is filtered through the media. So who knows? But
it could have been a complete, hey, bro, let's do this. It could have been a Janet Jackson. I need to bump up.
I mean, if you look at the slap, it almost does look staged in a way. The way like Chris's head, like kind of, there is some theatricality to it. I will give you that. So who knows what's going on. But if let's say that it was for real, let's say that it's it's for real, then I'm all on board with Johnny Borter. It was a punk move. You don't do that. You don't hit people ever, especially sucker punch them like that. I don't think Chris Rock, if it was for real, was not expecting that punch.
I think he could have walked up on stage and did a moment with him, dude.
Don't make fun of my wife.
My wife.
Right. Do you know she
had the Academy Awards? I'm being honored tonight.
Maybe you hadn't heard my wife. His hair is like this for a reason, and as opposed to a fashion choice or whatever. But the whole thing is crazy because in my mind, not that I watch the award shows either. They're all stupid. But
do you think that they know before?
Oh gosh. I agree that I agree that last night he stayed in his seat because he was getting that award. Whether he knew it or whether the show organizers knew it, I think is probably what's debatable. But I think anybody else would have been removed after that if that was for real. And they were probably like, no, he's just about to get the award. For Best Actor. And his tears did seem real. Will Smith's tears during his acceptance speech. But they're crazy. That's a Hollywood, whacked out Hollywood family to the nth degree. They have an open, from what I know, and I don't follow this much, they have an open marriage. Jada has cheated on Will before.
So they have an ethically non-monogamous. Ethically non-monogamous. What is that they say in dating profiles? Ethically non-monogamous. There's another word in there.
There's something ethical about that. I didn't realize that ethics kind of came into play there. But yeah, it's a whacked out Hollywood family that's that has been in the tabloids and has been made fun of for years. So get a thicker skin. I mean, seriously, it was just beyond the pale. And
do you think that he was standing up for his wife though?
Since I watched this from every angle and looked at this several times, you notice that he laughed at first at the joke, at the G.I. Jane comment. Then
he was laughing. I don't know if it was that. I haven't done the research.
Check out the other angles because you'll see that he's still laughing, and then he sees Jada's reaction, and honestly, he's thinking, if I don't do something, she's either going to, or I'm not getting anything tonight when I get home.
And
So,
and since I'm already winning the Academy Award for Best Actor.
right. What? So the only thing I've got to lose is not getting some. So I better stand, stand up and make this happen. So honestly, now that I
Patty
watch,
thinks alcohol was a contributor.
now that I watched that, watched that, and then I watched the conclusion of the awards. I just kept thinking, because I saw some press about them trying to bring Zelensky on, and do a whole bunch of stuff about Ukraine, which would have been so much better than any of this BS.
But didn't they say they couldn't? They could not, right?
Oh, I don't know if maybe they had logistical challenges. I'm sure they did.
I don't know if it was logistical or the big up the higher up the director people didn't want something, they didn't want to discuss it or something.
See, well, that I see.
But I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, and I don't know any of it, but I wish they had, because a bunch of self-absorbed actors accepting awards, just who cares? There's people dying in a war zone. It's like
children that are being
right. I mean, the whole thing, the fact that we're having this conversation, and I'm thoroughly engaged in it. I still have an amount of guilt even having this discussion with you, because it's like, who really fucking cares? I mean, these are people we don't know and have no emotional connection to at all. They could all go fuck off, really. But honestly, I'm more upset about Taylor Hawkins and R.I.P. Drummer from the Foo Fighters, who they found, whose heart was twice the size of a normal human heart when they performed the autopsy on him. So
they had to say that he had X, Y, and Z in his body. Well, now part of the reason his heart, he had a huge heart. No kidding. If you ever saw him play, if you were ever in the presence of this drummer, you would know that he had an oversized heart.
Just because of the fear? You mean because of the sheer physical exertion of his profession?
No, just because who he was.
Because he's a rock star. But he
was a good person. He was.
Well, of course, I know. I mean, that's what's so heartbreaking about the whole thing. I mean,
But they have to say that he had marijuana and whatever antidepressants.
And discusses, his heroin addiction from 15 years ago, and
15 years ago, and he's still alive. I know I've been very close friends with heroin addicts. My friends that were heroin addicts that are gone are the smartest people I've ever met in my life.
Addiction is addiction. It has nothing to do with smart.
But their brains, to choose that drug over other drugs, it was maybe the only thing that could stop their brain, because they just go to this other place. I've worked with people that are clean now. I've worked with people that are gone now, and I know they're demons. They're Hi, Rob Morocco. Rob Morocco, you're the one that broke the news on the show last night.
That's right. And then you set up us. It's all your fault, Rob.
I didn't want to say anything because I saw it in my feed and I went, Will Smith just hit Chris Rock?
You set us all off on tangents, reviewing violence over and over and over again last night to see if it was warranted. Everyone should
go Google some Foo Fighters and listen to it really loud today.
Taylor Hawkins, great drummer, incredible loss, married 3 beautiful daughters and a beautiful wife. Just, incredibly sad. I can't imagine how Dave Grohl feels. This is like his second best friend in life, and we know who his first one was. And so it's got to be crushing beyond belief.
To be far away, to be, to be on tour again. And, this is what we've all been waiting for. Right. As performers, as listeners of music, to be back out there on the road. And then that happened.
And the band, the concept of a band is that it takes everybody, it's the sum is greater than, the
I was
parts.
hoping my band member, Steve, that they would have won last night for best sound, but I think did this West Side Story only win one award, the best supporting actress, I think.
Oh, I don't know. Was that the queer woman who won? Yeah, I think that might be it. The one, she was like the one standout award, like, you know, a queer woman of color is, I think this is the first time somebody like that has won an Academy Award. I think that's
Okay,
what
so
that was news.
my friend David thinks it's right that Will reacted when he saw Jada's response, and especially in the open marriage, he figures a big part of his value to her might be as her protector and defender. That was my first response. That was totally even Rich and I discussed that. That was my very first response. He's her protector. He's her defender. But this is where millions and millions and millions of people are watching something. You could have set a really great example and said, yo, bro, let's go hug this out
Would
off
you
screen.
want to use that as an example on how to teach a child how to handle a situation?
Well, but not even children.
Just say, you know, how do you, as
Right.
a human being, forget child, as a human being, is that how we handle things? Apparently in this world these days we do.
Yeah. Be Putin and just kill everybody.
Sure, it's just easier, faster, got his point across. There's no doubt we know what Will Smith's point was, but there's lots of ways to make that point.
But I agree with you, David, that Will needed to do something as her protector and defender. I just don't think that was
probably off camera after the show.
Or because he knew he was going to win, say something in the speech. His motivation in the moment. Yeah, he did. He wasn't thinking.
And he didn't apologize.
And Jada couldn't get up. Did you see the dress she had on? I'm sure she couldn't have gotten up to hold him down because girlfriend had this dress on that went on for days. Gorgeous. Oh my God. I saw photos of it later. That, you know, she probably had handlers fluffing, making sure she could sit. How am I going to get out of this chair right now? I can't get out of this chair right now to stop my husband from going up there and clocking Chris. That might
he
have
didn't
been
even apologize
what
to
if
Chris.
Jada would have run up? See, she couldn't get up there because she couldn't get up there fast with that dress on.
Once again, fashion weighing you down.
You have to believe me. I've been there. Yeah.
He didn't apologize to Chris either. He apologized to the Academy and his fellow nominees. I don't think the fellow nominees were offended at all. I mean, what was that? It just he's a thug.
He's an
He
actor.
needs back to Bel Air.
What are you doing today, Rich?
I'm going to be doing some more training.
What's your day like?
Who, me? Oh, look, I've got another interview at 10, so that's coming up here shortly. Why I'm shaved and showered. And yeah, I'm still not going to bring Cashew on for that. I appreciate, I know you're coming from a good place with that. I just still don't think that.
Oh my God, dude. Maybe they would use her as, maybe they would use Cashew as like the branding. Bye, Patty. You don't know that. This could be a whole new career for Cashew. This could pay for college education.
Could pay for my
your daughter's college.
Pay for a lot of things that I need to pay for. Oh my goodness. So yeah, just more of that stuff.
You could say, excuse me for just one moment. My dog, he was high AF last week, and I just need to make sure he was what? And then you go like this. You go, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Oh
Who's
my
that?
God, that's the cutest dog. Who is that? Oh, I didn't mean, this is so inappropriate for me to have my cutest dog on the planet next to Lily and Pearl on my interview right now. I'm sorry. That's so unprofessional. No, tell us more about what.
Forward me your dog's resume.
Cashew? What? Oh my God, he looks like a cashew. Is he a bulldog? No, he's so tiny. He looks so much bigger than he is.
Did I get the job yet?
Why not take the chance?
Well, honestly, at this point, now you might have a point, because I've definitely had a few things fall through that I thought I was going to get and didn't get. So what do I have to lose? Maybe you're right there. So anyway, so just dealing with some of that. Actually, this morning's interview is very interesting. It's a startup that's in the wine space.
Dude, you have to get Cashew on there.
and they create like these experiences at wineries for like people who have money to spend on stuff like that. Like,
and they need a really great vocalist and her guitarist
yes, they
to be a
do.
part of the
And,
experience.
I mean,
Get the job, Rich.
if Jenna and Rolf are not the winery, experience, what is, honestly?
Get the job, Rich. What would you do? What would your title be?
Executive events director. So I'd be planning events with Jenna and Rolf for sure. So yeah, and that's what that's the kind of stuff I've been interviewing for, in general, is like event director kind of stuff, whether it's been in tech or wherever. It's, that's my jam is putting on stuff, organizing
Why
stuff.
don't you apply at some music venues?
I have, they just don't pay what I need to be making to cover my nut, basically. So, which is why I've worked in tech for so long, because that's, been rewarding in that regard. But only in that regard.
In that finance, it's very it's in that financial regard.
Yeah, only in that regard.
Cool.
Not rewarding necessarily in a lot of other ways that work should be. And now that I'm an older guy, I am thinking about that stuff, Jenna. So, yeah, it doesn't all have to be financial glory, but it needs to be a little, because I have a daughter going to college.
But even if you were to like get some side jobs working for Hardly Strictly or
those are all, you know what? Thank you. Please keep these ideas coming, because I need inspiration like this, because I need to fill in the holes soon. So thank you for that.
I'm thinking Cashew, get this gig today. Bring Cashew on board. Are you interviewing with more than one person?
Well, today's the first one with the owner of the organization.
Male or female?
Male. He comes from a tech background, and he's basically looking for someone who has like tech startup experience, even though it's all about wine and selling wine and creating experiences at wineries and gathering these small family farm wineries together under this umbrella and doing cool things for them, because they don't have the funding and the dollar.
Man, there's some wineries up in Lake County that nobody's ever even, only those that know wine know them, and they're way back, deep dark in the woods and stuff.
And these wineries that you just are describing they would love to probably be able to give tastings, be able to bring people onto their property and do things, but usually county laws and state laws make it really difficult for them to do that. They have to build these structures that they can hold the taste,
right, the ADA and the whole bit,
all this stuff. And so what this guy's doing, his name's Greg McCabe, what he's doing is that he's bringing together these, these family farms who would love to be able to do stuff, and go and being an advocate for them in Napa County, and going to, the Napa County Board of Supervisors and advocating on their behalf, saying, hey, they don't need to build a $3 million structure for tasting. Let's do this, and license these smaller family farms to do these kind of big public on. So the mission's really cool, and
I like that.
Yeah, so I'm
now he needs to do it for the people that can't afford to do that either.
You're right, but I mean, if you're a family farm making wine as your sole crop, you've probably come into this with some realistic expectations of what whether you're going to turn a profit or not. Some people just do it for the love of it, as I'm sure some of those folks, and they just make their own wine and drink it and bottle it and give it to friends and family. And
oh yeah, I have some friends in Ukiah that do that.
Yeah.
And then we just did this Zin. It's a 2010 Zin. I opened it a couple months ago, plus 2 years. It was incredible.
Yeah, and I love big bold Zins. I mean, I'm not a big wine guy anyway, and I like the fruitier.
Well, today you are a big wine guy.
Yeah, today I
better in the next hour become.
Exactly.
Start.
I better get out of my group and do my research. So anyway,
All right, go do your research.
great to,
Thank you for jumping on.
yeah, love to Taylor Hawkins, Will Smith. Go F yourself, and I hope Chris has some ice on his cheek. And
He's got fresh prints on his cheek.
He's got fresh prints on his cheek. Have a great day. Talk to you later.
See you later. Bye, Cashew. Okay, everybody. I'm out. I'm out. It was meandering more than it was movement today, but get some movement in. Try to get some steps in. Do a little dance. Go listen to some Foo Fighters. I'd play it right now, but Facebook would get the hook. So would someone like to give me a letter, please? Give me a letter, please. Give me a letter, please. Give me a letter, please. I guess I'll go with T for Taylor. That's how we do right now. I honor you and how I thank you very much. Listen to the Foo Fighters today. Hey, 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 sending light, sending love, sending peaceful thoughts to your family. Hey, 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 stay healthy and be real nice. Come back tonight for movie club, and if not, I'll be here every day at 11, and every night at 11. And David Danucci, I see you. I really do. But for now, I will go back to the T, and from your thoughts, make them thoughtful, oh so widely, and from your words, make them together, make them. I can't think of a word that I would say, so I'm thinking about Tyler, Taylor, said hello to you. I see you too, and everybody, ooh. Make them thematic, those were thematic, so then I can follow you. And always, 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 always. A tough heart. You got to have a tough heart to love hard. See you later, everybody. Oh, yeah.